Dumbo Dap.
My name is Margaret Campbell-Levy and I'm 62 years old.
My name is Francis Burns. I am 47.
Divina Lockhart. I'm 64.
My name's Alex Bourne. I am 32 years old.
I was diagnosed with stage 3B plus Hodgkin's lymphoma. I started my chemo treatment 2 days after the diagnosis. I had 6 months treatment every 2 weeks. It finished on the 19th of July 2016, which was one of the happiest days of my life.
I was diagnosed in March of 2016 with lung cancer, and in April 2016 they said they thought they'd made a mistake. They did another biopsy and they said, yeah, you were right first time, you definitely do have cancer. So in the August of 2016 I had surgery to remove my right lung. But that time between March and August was a bit of a roller coaster.
And I've had a diagnosis of a grade 3 oligodendroglioma, which is an uncommon type of brain tumour. This is incurable at the moment, incurable but manageable.
Maggie's was the vision of Maggie Keswick-Jenks, who herself had an advanced cancer diagnosis. She understood all too well how it feels to be told that your cancer has recurred and need somewhere that you can go and process that information. She had a vision of providing a better kind of cancer support to supplement what the NHS provides. Somewhere that people can really take the time to live well with cancer.
At first, Maggie's can be quite daunting to come to. I think because nobody knows what to expect.
People obviously with cancer, everybody's got that image of bald heads and skeletal features.
The family around you all the time, you know, and looking after you, and then once you're better, you know, once you've had your surgery and the cancer's gone, everybody goes back to work and does their own thing, and I think it's then that it actually hits you. You're so brave, you know. I was, oh no, I'm fine, I'm absolutely fine, you know, don't worry about me, I'm fine. And then all of a sudden, I was on my own and I realised, actually, I'm not fine.
I went in to ask whether I could have a referral to a psychologist, as I'd become aware that although I had completed most of my physical and practical recovery and achieved my main aim of getting back to what I perceived to be normal life, I was aware that there were things that perhaps I felt that I hadn't addressed, that I couldn't quite put my finger on.
I was at the end of my treatment and I was getting the radiotherapy just over at Monklands Hospital, and I thought, I really need to visit Maggie's, and I'd never cried until I got to Maggie's.
I kind of half walked and half swam through that door in floods of tears, and Maggie's just picks you up and gives you a hug. That's the only way I can describe it.
Coming to Maggie's, it very quickly became apparent that there is no sense of judgment whatsoever. There are no expectations.
It made me realise that there's other people going through what I was going through. I didn't need to be alone. I could express myself in Maggie's centre, as opposed to pretending to everybody else that, it's fine, I'm happy, everything's going well, and deep inside I was in turmoil.
The staff and the other centre users, you know, normalise what's going on in your life.
I was trying to shield my family. I didn't want them to think that I was scared. Maggie's, they were just so supportive, and I felt that I could really open up.
People that you used to speak to perhaps are on eggshells because you've had cancer or you have cancer, and coming here is a sanctuary, I would say, to remove yourself from the stresses and the stigma of sort of the outside world. There is a huge amount of understanding here.
Coming to the Maggie Centre, I brought my son. He was 7 when I was first diagnosed, and I think he took it really, really quite hard. I brought him down, and Kirsty spoke to Alex in the centre, and just kind of gave him an idea of what his dad was going through. So that kind of picked him up, so it made him a wee bit more aware that it was a serious illness his dad had, but it wasn't the end, it was the beginning.
Yeah, I think there's sometimes an expectation that going and talking about cancer, going to appointments, that it's routine, or you're going to go and talk to another medical professional. Here is not about that. Maggie's is about well-being, and it's an element that you don't get at a hospital. Somebody can treat you, they can give you advice. Maggie's really has helped me on an emotional, a psychological level, and really helped me to sort of pick myself up.
When I first came to Maggie's, there was a couple of women who were still undergoing their chemo, and as soon as they walked through the door, the wigs came off and they fired them in the corner, and it was okay. You didn't need to be somebody for the outside world.
I love the relaxation. It's the 1 hour in the week that you just totally chill, switch off, and sometimes you actually fall asleep.
It's funny watching 30 grown adults snoring in a room and then having to be woke up because they've done exactly what they came for.
One of the things that I attend is a group for people with long-term cancer, and to speak to those people and to have the opportunity to hear things from their perspective that resonate with me. I've made not just a support network, but also a close group of friends who understand my position. I understand them.
After my treatment, I kept wanting to get back to myself, and it wasn't happening. And having been fiercely independent all of my life, you know, I just couldn't wait to get back to being me.
Laurie, the psychologist, asked if I would like some sessions with the psychologist.
It wasn't a 6-session course or a 10-session course. It was elastic, you know, it was as long as I needed it.
The feelings I had inside me, I got out, I managed to share, and share things that I would never have shared with my family.
It was about learning to be the new me, and that's quite a difficult journey.
Everything was built up inside me. Speaking with a psychologist, I realised and understood my emotions.
There are classes on and there are things that you can do, but there are rooms like this one where you can just come and curl up with a book and just have a wee bit of me time.
It's up to you just how much you want from Maggie Centre.
When I started coming in, I didn't actually sit with anybody. I used to come in with a newspaper and sit in the corner out the way. Slowly but surely the Maggies, as it is, kind of guided me up to the kitchen table. Never felt so welcome in all my life.
The hub.
The laughter around the kitchen table is really important.
I can talk freely, I can learn these lessons and take this positivity back into the rest of my life, into my relationships, into my work. It has made a huge difference to my own confidence, my self-esteem. It's been noticed by other people. I'm taking that positivity and those lessons out and talking to other people as well.
Telling people, look at me, I'm better. I'm still not 100% correct, but I've been through the treatment. You can get through the treatment. So if I can pass 2 wee bits of information on to somebody else and give them a wee bit of hope, a wee bit of inspiration, then Maggie's for me's worked.
There's such a warm feeling of comfort and support, and it's just there. It's not that people are crowding you or it's just there.
It makes me feel good to come here. I've got such a great sense of well-being, and that comes back every time I walk into the door. And every time I walk out, I'm in a better place than when I arrived.
That hug is still continuing to this day. I still feel that hug when I come in.